Hi, friends. I miss you. It's only been a couple of weeks, but it is probably about time, for those of you who are interested, that we start some FaceTime tutoring, maybe once a week. Totally optional and free, but keep us going. So let me know. I'm not going to read this whole book, but it's called Can I Touch Your Hair? Poems of Race, Mistakes, and Friendship by Irene Latham and Charles Waters. It does have some sensitive topics about racism. We shared a tiny bit of this during the school year. But with the pain our nation is experiencing right now, and what we all are aware of are unequal, unfair treatments of African American people for way too long, it's probably good that we keep focusing on our future generations and living on peace and love and understanding with them, so we can sort some things out. So anyway, here's just a few pages from the beginning, middle, and end, okay? This one is from Irene's voice, the Poem Project. When our teacher says pick a partner, my body freezes like a ship in ice. I want Patty Jean, but Madison has already looped arms with her. Within seconds, you never know what he's going to say. Charles is the only one left. How many poems? Someone asks. About what? Do they have to be true? Mrs. Vanderburg holds up her hand. Write about anything. It's not black and white. But it is. Charles is black, and I'm white. Here's Charles. This one's called Writing Partner. Mrs. Vanderburg wants us to write poems. Finally, an easy project. Words fly off my pen onto the paper like writing is my superpower. The rest of the time, my words are a curse. I open my mouth and people run away. And now I'm stuck with Irene. She hardly says anything. Plus, she's white. Her stringy dishwater blonde hair waves back and forth as she stutter steps toward me. My stomach bottoms out. Hello, I say. Hi, she says. I surprise myself by smiling at her. She smells like a mix of perfume and soap. We stare at our sneakers before I ask, so what do you want to write about? She shrugs. I say, how about our shoes, hair? Then we can write about school and church. She takes a deep breath. Okay. I match it. Let's start here. Shoes. This one's Irene. I want ruby shoes with heels to click me to another land, or glass slippers to make a dancer out of me. But Mama says shoes should be sensible. Plain white, solid black to go with everything. So that's what we buy. When I show Patty Jean, she gives me her rainbow socks and a pair of purple shoelaces. When I look down, I can't believe these feet belong to me. Yes. Charles, sorry, I about called him William. Charles, shopping with Dad. Dad doesn't think shoes have anything to do with fashion. Shoes are like your complexion, he says. They're supposed to fit you perfectly. I'd rather get another pair of neon high tops with tie-dye laces like I've seen on commercials. Maybe they make my feet hurt sometimes, and maybe they don't last that long, but at least I fit in with my classmates. Dad hands me a pair of low tops. No cool design. No bright colors or dynamite laces. I lace them up, walk around. Wow, I say, this pair feels like I'm wearing slippers. Dad tells me, the decision is yours. Okay, I'm going to jump to the middle. This reminds me a lot of what we've been seeing. This one's called Officer Broussard. This one's Charles. When I watch the news, I can't believe I see people who could pass as my family being choked, pummeled, shot, killed by police officers. I remember the time when I tried to hop a chain link fence. My low-top sneakers got caught and I couldn't get down. And that's when Officer Broussard happened to drive by. He stopped. He helped me untwist myself and promised to keep that embarrassing moment to himself. He even bought me a popsicle later that day to help me cool off my shame. A gift for being awesome, he said. Yeah, when the police officers on TV are pale as a cloud, just like Officer Broussard, it makes my heart twist without any hope of being disentangled. Here's Irene's family. News. I always know if the news is bad, because Papa clicks off the TV when I walk in. Let's go to the park, he says. He swings me high, higher. He doesn't stop until I ask him to. We feed bread to the geese, race up the hill, watch a caterpillar, climb a blade of grass. Only then does he tell me about Trayvon, about Ferguson, Missouri, what happened and why. We stare at the clouds and how they drift and disappear. Somewhere it's raining, he says. I swear I can hear that thunder crack. Punishment. Now, both of these are called punishment. So live and learn from these, okay, folks? I stare at the ceiling in my bedroom, wondering why I had to backtalk my mom when she asked me to do the dishes, and I yelled, "Why don't you leave me alone?" It escaped my lips before I could catch it. And now I can't meet Irene at the library after school. I can handle a lot of things, Mama said, but the one thing me and your father will never put up with is you being disrespectful. And then Mom says the dreaded words no kid should ever have to hear. Wait till your father gets home. Here's Irene's punishment. When my brothers take the box of kitchen matches and set a fire to a shoebox of old papers outside, Mama pulls the paddle from the top of the fridge and hands it to Papa while I hide behind the door. Never play with fire. Later, when I snag a French fry from off Papa's supper plate, that fire still blazes in his eyes. As he pops my hand, "Don't you children understand what respect means?" We got a lot in common. All right, I'm going to flip right to the end. Very last one. This has been long, I know. Dear Mrs. Vanderburg, here we are, still getting used to each other, our sideways glances turning into high fives and hanging out together during quiet time. We smile when we learn we both like books, but not sports. We nod our heads over cool shoes and colorful laces. Now we see each other as individuals, vegans, horseback riders, readers. We share hurts, like being left out of recess and getting into trouble with our parents. Sometimes we say the wrong things. Sometimes we misunderstand. But now we listen. Now we ask questions. We are so much more than black and white. Irene and Charles. P.S. Hey, Mrs. Vanderburg, what's our next writing project gonna be? That's the spirit. Not kidding. You guys are the problem solvers. In the meantime, keep loving, keep learning. Call me. Set up your time.